everyone, and welcome to my first ever YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be publishing this video. My name is Bria and I'm just so excited. This video today is just all about New Year's resolutions, finding yourself a bit more and just learning to love yourself a bit more, which is something I'm on the journey towards, and I just thought I would capture that in this channel and hopefully inspire some of you guys to do the same thing. So first and foremost, it's been a rocky few years. I have graduated high school, moved into university, and it's kind of that period in your life where you're trying to really find yourself and who you are. So I finished high school in 2016, and now I am at university studying law, which is something I completely love. It is honestly one of my biggest passions. I love social justice, I love helping others, and so that's why I thought law would be a fitting career. There was a period of time where I really wanted to do medicine. However, I don't know if it was for me. I think eventually I came to the realization that I might just be trying to force myself into something that I don't necessarily love anymore. And that's why I decided to make the switch into law, and that was the best decision of my life. And yeah, so this year I've decided to commit it to self-love, to see where it goes, to really embrace myself and to help others embrace themselves as well and really accept who you are. And so I guess today's video is just about New Year's resolutions. So probably one of my biggest New Year's resolutions this year is to work on my physical self and my mental self. Probably together would be the ideal goal. I think sometimes people get really caught up in focusing on your physical self, and your mental self kind of suffers as a result. And I feel like this year is all about me trying to find a balance between the two. Sometimes I focus on my physical, sometimes I focus on my mental, and sometimes I do them both together. And that's kind of one thing I'm really big on this year. So for example, I'm really focusing on going to the gym to try and help me get to the weight that I want to be at, because I actually gained a lot of weight. I'm a huge stress eater. It's really sad. I stress and then I eat buckets and buckets and buckets of junk food, or 2-minute noodles. That's something I just resort to all the time. And during my final year of high school, obviously you have your big exams at the end, and I ate stacks. So I gained about 15 kilos, I think, in that span of time. And it's kind of something that just hits your self-esteem, because suddenly you can't fit into your old clothes and you're like, oh my god. But now this year I'm like, you know what, you can do it. If you want to see a change, if you're not happy with yourself, you need to go and change. That's not to say that others might feel the same way. It's purely just speaking about me on a personal level. So I got a gym membership to this place called F45, which is actually amazing. They are so great. The personal trainers there are awesome, and I totally recommend, if you guys have been thinking about it, to do so, because it's really good to get your body moving. It makes you feel productive, and it definitely makes me feel accomplished if I do a little bit of exercise every day. It is on the pricey side though, so just be mindful of that. And I feel like because it is kind of expensive, I almost want to commit myself way more. As well as obviously the physical side of things. In terms of mental health, I think this year, so I'm very pedantic about things. I stress a lot, especially about assignments and work, doing things on time, being an A grade student and above. I think this year is the focus for me is just to be to do what makes me happy as opposed to what makes me super stressed, and to put in actions in place to prevent me from getting stressed. So one of the recent things I've established is that if I am stressed out, I need to take some sort of break. And I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I really love watching some sort of weekly horoscope reading. Or I'm a Virgo, so I'm very into all the star signs and all that sort of jazz. And that just helps me feel a bit better, because usually there's some sort of positive message in like a 5-minute clip that says like, oh, something good's gonna happen. And that just helps me shift my mindset to think like, oh, something positive's gonna happen, which means I shouldn't give up on this assignment yet, like I should just keep working on it. And taking a bit of a break and a breather really, really helps me, especially if I am stressed or if I am anxious. My boyfriend has come up with a great tactic. He says that every time I get stressed, he advises me to go and like grab a cup of tea. And you'll probably find out through this channel, but I drink a lot of tea. It's probably not good. But like I drink like maybe 3 cups a day or 4 cups a day, which I'm trying to curb. I'm trying to change that. But tea, like just grabbing a cup of tea, or even just nowadays what I do to be a bit healthier and not add so much sugar into my tea, is I just grab a mug of just warm water, and it kind of like makes me think it's tea, but it's definitely not. And I just sip on that while I'm doing my work or while I'm on break, and it just helps to calm me down. And even though it's summer, I still decide to do that because, I don't know, I just find it really helpful, really relaxing. And that's just my ways of coping with it. So I'm definitely looking forward to implementing that further in 2018. And finally, I think my final goal is to just do things that really make me happy. So to not just focus, I have a tendency, I feel like maybe like the law students out there or any actual university students out there, college students, like I feel like all of you could relate that sometimes there's like tunnels of time where you're just focusing on this one assignment, trying to get it done, trying to finish it off. But like, you know, you kind of get so absorbed into it that you're not focusing on you and like what makes you happy. And I mean, that subject might make you happy. It might be a subject that doesn't. And sometimes when it's a subject that doesn't, I can feel really demotivated by the end of the day. But instead, I'm trying to like implement like one good thing every day. So I do something really great or something that really makes me happy every day, whether it means like going out for a coffee and then coming back and doing my assignment, or like starting off early in the morning, taking a break, going out for a little shopping trip and then coming back. Even though that can make me a little bit stressed and I'm like, oh my god, I'm procrastinating, I think it's really, really helpful to do something like that, because you're just you're shifting your mindset for a period of time in between all that study, and it helps you to come back to your work with like a fresh attitude. And trust me on that one really helps. And yeah, that's my 3 major New Year's resolutions, and I hope you guys liked it, and hopefully you guys can relate to some of the things that I just said. I'm sure many of you can, especially students out there, whether in university, college, high school, anything of the like, I'm sure you can understand. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye!